Welcome back, dear 6th class students. I am Twinkle Soni, and I am back with the second part of the poetry that is the cherry tree. I hope you all are preparing for your exam, and I hope you have seen the previous video, that is part 1 of the same topic, the cherry tree. Now let's start. As I have already told you, the cherry tree. The poetry is written by Ruskin Bond. Ruskin Bond is a famous writer. He is an Indian author and he was awarded by Padma Shri awards and many of the prestigious awards in his life, in his career. Okay. Now, before starting, let me give you a quick revision or a recap of part 1, what we have studied. So 8 years ago, the poet has planted some cherry seeds because he want his own cherry tree. Okay, that was his purpose of planting the cherry seeds, but he didn't take care of the cherry seeds. Due to that reason, the small cherry plant was destroyed by 4 things. First thing, goats have eaten them. Second thing was that the grass cutter has cut them. Okay. Third thing, the small plant was infected by a disease that is known as monsoon blind. And the fourth was that due to the less taking care of the cherry plant, the stems of the cherry plant was shrinking. Okay, so these were the 4 reasons, and due to which the plant was dead. But at the time of spring, the small stems of the plant grew again, and they were in the need of the air, light and sun. But due to some reason, the poet has to go to Kashmir, and the miracle happened. The sun and the light and the rain has done some miracle. So let's see what is the miracle the poet is talking about. Now, before that, let us read the second part of the poetry together. Came back, thinner, rather poor, but richer by a cherry tree at my door. 6 feet high, my own dark cherry. And I could secretly believe it a berry, ripened and jeweled in the sun, hung from a branch just one. And next year there were blossoms, small, pink, fragile, quick to fall. At the merest breath, the sleepiest breeze, I lay on the grass at ease, looked up through leaves at the blue, blind sky, at the fringes as they flew, and flitted through the dappled green, while bees in an ecstasy drank of nectar from each bloom. And the sun sank swiftly, and the stars turned in the sky, and moon moth and singing cricket, and I, yes, I, praised night and stars and trees, a small tall cherry grown by me. So, now as we have already read the second part, I am going to explain you line wise in the next slide. Came back thinner, rather poor, but richer by a cherry tree at my door. So here the poet is talking that when he has gone to Kashmir, he was not he came back. As he has came back, he is poor, but he was rich in another set. He was rich, that he was very happy. As he came back, he saw that there is a big cherry tree of its own. So he from this line he wants to say that the person is not only poor or rich in the context of money. Okay, it is not necessary that a person should have money, then only we can consider that particular person rich. A person can be rich by his virtues, by his thoughts, by its knowledge, like this. Okay, so the poet was very rich because he was having its own cherry tree. Okay, now let's read the next line. 6 feet high, my own dark cherry, and I could secretly believe it a berry, ripened and jeweled in the sun. So now in this line the poet is talking about the berry, the cherry basically, and he is saying that the cherry was beautifully cooked in the sunlight. The dark red color cherry was there, and he was very happy to see them. Hung from a branch just one. So in a branch there was only one cherries was hanging. Okay, so hang, past form is hung. Okay, now let's read the next lines. And next year there were blossoms, small, pink, fragile, quick to fall, at the merest breath, the sleepiest breeze. So the poet is saying that next year, okay, next year there were blossoms. Blossom means flowers. Okay, so the poet is saying in the next year, first year there were berries, he was not able to see the whole process. So in the next year he is saying that there were small, pink, delicate blossoms. Blossoms means flowers. Okay, small pink color delicate flowers were there, and they were ready to convert it into beautiful cherry. Okay, now let's read the next para. I lay on the grass at ease, looked up through leaves at the blue. So the poet is saying, now in this line the poet is just admiring, in the whole para, basically in the whole para the poet is just admiring the beauty of the cherry tree. He is just sharing that the feeling of happiness with all the readers, okay, of having its own cherry tree. So he is saying that I lay on the grass at ease. Whenever he is free, he just relaxingly lay on the grass and looked up through the leaves at the blue. At the blue means at the sky. He looked up at the leaves and the sky. Okay, blind sky at the finches as they flew and flitted through the dappled green. So the poet is saying that as he lay down on the grasses, he is seeing the beautiful sky, and in this sky flinches as they flew. So flinches means a kind of small birds, singing birds, and they are flying in the sky. So as the poet is laying down on the grass, he saw that there is a cherry tree, the branches of cherry tree is there, and cherries are hanging on it, and in the sky the small little birds are also flying. So he is just enjoying the whole view in the daytime. Okay, while bees is in an ecstasy drank of nectar from each bloom, and the sun sang. So he is observing the whole view. He has seen there is a tree, the sky is blind, the sky is clear, and in the clear sky the birds are flying, and the bees, means the small bees, are taking the nectar from each bloom. Bloom means flower, and they were passing and doing, and they, in that process, they are very happy. Okay, who are very happy? The bees. Okay, now let's read the next lines. Swiftly the stars turned in the sky, and the moon moths and singing crickets and I. So swiftly, here is the word swiftly. Swiftly means smoothly. So finally the sun sank. The sun sank. Sank is the past form of sink. Okay. So now the poet is talking about the night. In the previous two lines, the poet was talking about daytime. In the daytime, the sky is clear, the birds are flying, the bees are just taking the nectars from each flower and moving here and there. Okay, and they were happy in that process, doing that process, and the poet is just observing them. Okay, now the poet is talking about the night time. So let's see what he has observed in the night. And moon moths and singing crickets and I. Now here is the word moon moths. Moon moths means the small insects are there which are attracted towards the light of moon, which comes in the night time. Okay, so the poet is saying the moon moths, the crickets, the singing crickets. Now singing crickets is also an insects. Okay, crickets are insects which are coming in nights only, and they are producing certain sounds. Okay, so the poet is saying the moon moths, the crickets which are singing, they are producing some sound, na? So there he is saying that the crickets and I, that is the poet, the three of them, yes, I praised night, stars and trees. So he is admiring, he is loving, he is saying that he loves to see at the night the stars, the night and the trees. Okay, and especially he loves to see what? He loves to see a small tall cherry grown by me. So he was very happy to see what? The cherry tree which was planted by the poet. Okay, so here comes the end of the poetry. I hope you liked it. Now let us talk about the poetic device over here. So the poet has used the poetic device, that is alteration. Okay, alteration is a device which is used by poets to create certain sound effect for the readers. They use consonant sound. Consonant means, like in alphabets, vowels are there and consonant are there. Vowels are A, E, I, O, U, and consonant other than alphabets. Other than vowels in the alphabets is known as consonant. For example, S, N, B, okay, C, alphabets like, so they are known as consonants. So poet is using certain words which are made from consonants to create a certain music effect. For example, to make you more clear, let me read you example. Suddenly that summer. So as you can see, consonant S, T and S is used to create a certain musical effect for the reader. Then let us read the next example. The sun sank swiftly. So here also the poetic device, that is alteration, has been used. Now Let us talk about rhyming words. I hope everybody is aware about rhyming words. Rhyming words are those words which are having the same sound, but the meaning and the spelling of the words is different. Okay, and sometimes the spelling is also same. Okay, for example, let me give you an example. Growing and knowing, the pronunciation of the words is quite same, but the meaning as well as the spelling of the words is totally different. Okay, so the poetic device is alteration and the rhyming words are being used over here. Now here comes the homework for you. You need to find 5 pairs of rhyming words from this poem and write in your fair copy. So first you are going to write word meanings, reference to context and question answers, and after writing question answers at the end you are going to write 5 rhyming words which you are going to find from the poetry, that is the cherry tree. Okay, and the second thing, revise the course of half yearly exam. Everybody is aware about the syllabus. Syllabus has been uploaded on Campus Care app, so see the syllabus and practice. Okay, thank you for watching the video.